welcome to Sermon a Day. I am Pastor Tom Estes, and this is your 5-minute sermon for March 10th, 2013. The title of today's message is Remembering Why We Do What We Do. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 20 says this, Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me. This is a very misunderstood passage. Most today in Christianity would say that this is referring to salvation, that they depict God as standing on the outside, knocking on the door, just hoping that the sinner on the other side will open the door and come into him. That's of course not a true application. If you read the context of this, he is speaking to the churches. He's speaking to churches, so he is speaking to saved people. And what he's referring to is the closer communion that we can have with God. Many times as Christians, we are willing to settle for less of a relationship with God than we ought to have. And it's saying that it's really up to us. God has saved us, and we can have as close a relationship to Him as we want. And I think that, the value of that relationship, the importance, the magnitude of that relationship with God, I think is lost on us. And I believe this is one of the reasons why we don't serve God the way that we should. I mean, consider the magnitude of what is just said there. That we can have communion with God. We can actually be with the King of Kings. Our president wants to be a king and he wants to rule the world and he wants to destroy this country. But he can't do anything that God doesn't allow him to do. We serve a God that powerful. Ahmadinejad and Kim Jong-il, these guys would love to destroy the whole world. They can't do anything. I mean, they're ants compared to the God we serve. And we undervalue what it means to have a relationship with Him and what it means to be able to be with Him and have that communion with Him and, to be able to be with God at all times. And I think of Moses being able to speak to God face to face as a man talks to his friend. What a feeling that must have been. What a place of spirituality he must have been in to be able to experience that. And I think that we undervalue that. We underestimate what it means to be able to have that, and because of that, everything that is subsequent in the Christian life suffers. For instance, many Christians don't read their Bible, and I think if we would put that relationship to God up here, where it is supposed to be, I think Bible reading would become less about, reading the Bible, and I think it would become more about being able to hear and learn from the one who sent His Son to redeem our soul. You see, that takes on a whole new meaning. And we're actually sitting at the feet of Jesus hearing the things that He would tell us by reading His Word. And that can be said for all of His Word, the Old Testament and the New. Some I've heard preachers say that they only emphasize the teachings of Jesus. Jesus wrote the whole Bible. So if we'll read the Bible, then we can commune with God by listening to the things that He would tell us. Prayer becomes a time of speaking with God. There's not a single person, as little respect as you may have for our president, if our president called you up right now and was willing to talk to you, there's not a single one of you that would pass up on the opportunity. Well, we can talk to God. You see, if we remember the value of who God is, and just the awe of that, man, we'll spend a lot more time in prayer than we do. Witnessing. We'll stop being a drudgery, and it will start to become our opportunity to share the greatest news that has ever been told. When an athlete commits a great act on the field, whether it be the basketball court or the field, we want to talk about, hey, did you see what so-and-so did? Can you believe that? Wow. Or we hear bad news, and there's been some bad news lately, and we talk about it. We have the greatest news that can ever be shared. That Jesus Christ died on the cross to save His people from their sin. What a message that we have. We'll also look at going to church different, because it won't just be, I'm going to go to church and hear a sermon. No, it'll be an opportunity for us to learn more about our God. What a wonder that is. And then giving. Being able to give to your church won't be, I got to give this to God. It'll be, wow, can you believe that God lets us participate in the ministry of His church? What a blessing and a privilege it will all be. And it's lost on us what a privilege it is to serve God. What a privilege and a blessing it is to know that we can do God's work. To know that we can minister to Him. To know that He will actually use us. Instead, we think about ourselves. We get tired. We get down. Let's remember as Christians why we do what we do. All right, so that was your 5-minute sermon for March 10th, 2013. I hope that you will please give that some great consideration. And I hope that you will serve God with all of your heart, because there's nothing more valuable that we can do in this life than serve Him. Please check out our website, southsidewinterhaven.com. Also, check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Southside Baptist Church FL, and you'll get more updates from us there. If you're ever in Winter Haven, Florida, please check out our church. We'd love to have you. God bless you, and have a great day.